Well, hey there, and welcome back to Color Me Kris with me, Kris Michaels. Today I'm going to show you all the colorings I did in February 2025. There's not too many of them, and I apologize, but it was a tough month on me, and so I didn't get a lot of coloring done. And what I did get done, a couple of them are just god-awful. So stick around to see what I colored, and we'll have a little chit-chat also. Here we go!
When the world seems gray in the news today, creativity can feel like bliss. Come brighten your day in a colorful way. It's time for Color Me Kris.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the worst, and we'll work up to better? well, a little question mark there. But this is the book that I got from Tammy Colors 2, and I love this book, and I've done good work in this book. Oh, I guess I should start by explaining these two nails. As a lot of you know, I put gel nails on, well, at least the polish, because the medication I'm on makes my nails super brittle, and they break if you just look at them. And I'm not kidding about that. So through trial and error, I found out that gel nails actually make them tough. And they don't break. But, so I put these on. I was very proud because I hadn't done them in a while. And I like the color, you know, it turns purple. Oh, it's really cool. And it's protective. Okay, so then I had to do a sleep study because it's time to reevaluate my sleep apnea. And the instructions said you could not have polish on, at least dark polish. So I had to take these off just after putting them on, and turned out they didn't even need me to do that. I don't know why they tell people to do that, but they didn't even need me to do it. So I haven't done these yet. I will either do them like these again, or maybe I'll just take this color off and change it all together. Who's to say? So the first thing I colored in February, I hate to show it to you, this. I know it's awful. You don't even have to tell me. If you want to tell me, you can. And I can always block you. No, I'm kidding. I'm open to criticism, just not nastiness. So I started this because at the beginning of this video, you probably saw the little video that Storm put together of introducing my channel with the little song and stuff. And in it, he colored a mushroom, which was this one, with purple. So I said, well, that's a great challenge. What can I do now that one's purple? And so I went in and tried to do stuff, and the more I did, the more it just got worse. And you know, you have your ugly stage of coloring where it's just like, this is so ugly, why am I continuing? And then you continue and they look fabulous. But this one just never looked fabulous. It just got uglier and uglier. And it finally got to a stage where it was like, just stop. Just stop. It's awful. Just accept it's awful and move on. And so that's what I've done. Okay, and I went crazy with shadowing, and I don't know what the heck was wrong. I used to be really good at shadowing, but now I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going on with me, but it was awful. And then I decided to try a different one. Started out well. I did the castle, and I thought, well, the castle's kind of cute, so I was happy with it. And then I decided to do the background, which of course, no matter what I do, they usually come out like crap. I've had a few good ones, but they're disastrous. So I have vowed now, I'm not going to do backgrounds anymore. I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. And I'll show you what I'm going to do from now on when I get to the other colorings. But anyway, I did this. And what's been happening a lot with me lately is ran out of ink. So I grabbed a different marker that I was hoping was the same, but it just didn't work. And that's why there's this. It was a blue, but it wasn't going to work. So I said, well, you know what? Why don't I just make this side daybreak or nightfall? And here in California, our nightfalls and even our mornings, there's tons of orange and yellow and stuff like that. And so I thought I would do that, but it just did not work. And as much as I tried to save it, it did not work. So to me, this is completely ruined by the background that I screwed up. And I'm sucking on a lozenge because my mouth keeps getting dry doing this. But anyway, the castle at that point, I still had to go over it with some shading stuff, but I hated it so much. I really didn't put my heart into it because I just didn't care anymore. And I was going to tear it up and throw it away. But, you know, I want to show everybody the crap I do. Because I know a lot of people show their best work. They want you to believe that they never mess up. And that they never do anything that looks bad. That's not me. I want you to see that you can mess up. And that you make something that you're not happy with and you're not proud, because that's the way it is with coloring and any artwork. That's just normal. There's nobody, I guarantee to you, nobody, no matter how good they are, that every single thing they do works, every single thing they do they like. It's just, nobody, that just doesn't happen. So we all have things that are like, oh dear God. So those two pictures I would put in the Don't Let This Happen to You section of coloring with Color Me Kris. So, you know, I would like to say they were both fun to do, but the castle was fun until it got all messed up. So, but like I said, I'm not going to do backgrounds anymore. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. So let's move on to some things that I am happy with. And just because I feel like I need to do this, I probably shouldn't. It's vanity. I did this one in here, and I think it came out really good. So I can do things, and that background's not bad. And this one's much better than the other mushrooms. So I can do these things. I just sucked on these two. But it was also a very stressful month. And I had some medical issues and stuff like that. So I'll blame that. How's that sound? I'll just blame that. Love this book. Thank you again, Tammy. So let's see. What's the next one we want to do? I'm going to save that one for last. Yeah, I moved right over here. I believe this book was a gift. I realized while editing this video, it was Kath and Ken from the UK that sent this to me. And I don't know what was going on with my brain that day, but it was not working. This is a lot of fun. I love doing these kind. And actually in doing these, I came up with an epiphany of my coloring, which I'll share with you in 1 second. So I saw this one and I said, I have to do this. I don't care. It has to be done. I adore him. In fact, I think I was doing a flip view video and thought, no, I have to stop and do this. So I did. And I really love it. I do like his eyes. I made his eyes sparkly. And hopefully you can, there we go. I think you could see that. I took the pumpkins and turned them into planets. These were weird little pumpkins. I tried to cover these pumpkins so they didn't look so much like pumpkins, but I do think that he's adorable. And I do like the drawing. And I do like the colorings or the artwork in here. So I can't wait to work on this one a little bit more. But so there's that one. Then I moved over to this one. And I'll get to the epiphany soon that I had. And where is it? Here we go. This is more or less the one that I had the epiphany with. I did him, and I loved him. And I still love him. And other than a couple little flaws where I didn't color this quick enough, I started up here. So there's a little line there. which happens to all of us. I adore him. I think he's so cute. He actually reminds me of an ex I had from 100 years ago, Michael. And I had fun with it because I had blue coming out of this, and I said, well, I'm going to put blue on his finger. I don't think it shows up as much as I wish it had, because when you do spray paint something, you get the color on your finger. And when I did this, I had the epiphany that there's certain artwork that I just do really well with. And then there's certain artwork I don't do well with. So those mushrooms and stuff from the other one that I had screwed up and all, with the shading and everything, there are people out there that do fabulous work with those, and they look great, and maybe they wouldn't do so good with this. I do good with this, but I don't do so good with those. And so I said, you know what? It's okay if I screw up, because those aren't my style. This is my forte and my style. Now you might be looking and say, I hate it, and you have the right to do that. But I think it looks pretty good. I think he's a lot of fun. And this is what I'm going to do for backgrounds from now on. I'm going to just do a line, and that's going to be it. And I don't care if anybody's unhappy with that. That's how it's going to be. Plus, it will save me a fortune in inks that I, get halfway done and then they run out. So, yes. So I do like him. I hope you do too. And this thing's going to come up one way or the other. There we go. And then after I did that, and I started feeling better that, gee, maybe I do have some talent, and I'll go ahead and do another one. And that's when I did her. And, oh, by the way, I called him, oh, I probably lost the page now. I gave him a name, Derek Darr, D-A-R-R. I don't know why, but that's the name that came to me. And when I posted it on my social media, I put his name, which, by the way, you can see all my finished products on my social media, which should be on the screen right now. Or you can wait and see these videos when I do them monthly. And her name is Tiffany Tuff, T-U-F-F. And I had a lot of fun doing her. I just, like I say, it renewed my wanting to color and not feeling bad about myself that I wasn't very good at coloring. Is she perfect? No, but to me she's perfect, and I had a lot of fun, and I adore her. And again, I did the outline instead of an actual background. And I don't know, I had so much fun doing these too that they got me inspired to want to color some more. I would like to thank Kath and Ken, who sent me this book. It's an awesome book, and I'll be coloring in it a lot more. So that's Tiffany, and that's that book for now, but believe me, you'll see more. And then the last one I did, this is it's going sucking away, because you see all these tabs. Well, only one of them was February. The rest are March, because and this again was a gift from Kath and Ken. I love this book. I have been having so much fun coloring in this book that even though I've been very busy with sleep studies and stuff like that, I have made time to do one a day. And oh my gosh, this book is awesome. And let me get to the one that I can show you, because the rest are March. And here she is. And this book actually has you do an outline, which I'd already started doing the outlines. And so I know a lot of you are going to be, oh, you got it from that book. No, actually I didn't. But I named her Karen, Zombie Karen, and she wants to eat your manager. And I just had so much fun with her. And I posted her on social media too, like I do with everything. And I don't know, this is the stuff I want to color. It's fun. I won't say it's easy, but when you do something that's fun, it is easy. But it's fun, and it makes me smile and laugh, and I just love this. I just love this. And then the whole thing with the, She wants to eat your manager. I don't know. But I'm glad I had my epiphany, because if you watch any of my old colorings, and I'm going to start doing something called Throwback Thursday, where I'm going to show the videos from my old channel that I used to have until I had a moment on election night and decided to just leave everything, and I did for a while. I'm going to start posting those, and you'll see that there are things I do that are awful, there are things I do that are good, but it's taken me a long time to realize these are the things I want to color the most, if not always, because they're fun, and I just really, really enjoy them. I just realized the blood is more pink, and when I colored it, it was darker, so it looked more like blood. But anyway, those are my colorings for February 2025. I hope you enjoyed them. I can't wait to show you the ones in March, because I'm having so much fun with them. As you can see, I'm going crazy in this book. And but if you want to see them, you can actually look on my social media, because they're already posted there, so you don't have to wait until I do one of these videos. So, having said all of that, and probably bored the pants off of you, I will say, as always, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, stay happy, stay tuned.